Okay, today in our shapes and measurement book, we go to the table of contents, and you can see that I've used up the full front page. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the back side. If you've still got some room, you can go ahead and use the front, but I'm going to go to the back, and you can see here that I wrote triangles, and notice that I put an S because there are more than one triangles. Okay, so that is on page 11. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to write that, and I'm going to go on to page 11. You see how easy it is. If I want to find page 11, I just look at the numbers on the bottom. When I get to 10, I know 11 is going to be the next page. Okay, so let's go ahead and write 11 on the bottom, and then our title up at the top, triangles. Triangles is exactly what it says. Okay, so it is going to be angles, but tri means three. Okay, a tricycle has three wheels, a triangle has three sides and three corners. All right, so today we're going to learn that the first triangle is called an equilateral. Okay, so let's make one where all sides are equal. So I think probably for this one, let's go ahead and use our ruler, and let's make a line that is horizontal 3 centimeters. The centimeters are the numbers that are closer together. Okay, and then let's make it 3 centimeters. So what I'm doing is I'm finding the bottom line here and the number 3, and I've got it at an angle. Okay, and then one here. So all 3 sides are the same, equal, right? Now, we're going to be doing 2 things with the triangle page. We're going to draw the shape, and then we're going to draw the shape again, and then we're going to draw the shape as in something that is in that shape. Okay, for instance, we drew the equilateral, so let's go ahead and write equal, and it's actually equilateral, but it sounds like equal. Okay, equilateral is the name of this triangle. Okay, now next to it we're going to draw, and notice I'm not using the ruler, but I can use these lines. I can draw it next to it, and it's going to be equilateral, the same size. And this time I'm going to put a bunch of cheese on it. This is the same shape as a Dorito. So when you open up your bag of Doritos, you're looking at equilateral triangles. Okay, and so let's write the definition or the attribute. All sides are equal. Okay, so our first triangle, all of the sides, the 3 sides are going to be equal. If we figure out the perimeter for this one, that would be 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters. You got it. 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 3 times 9, or sorry, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 centimeters. Okay, so let's go ahead and write P equals, 9 cm. Or if we want to write 3 plus 3 plus 3. Alrighty? So our next shape is called an isosceles. Now, here's the way that I like to draw that one. I'm going to draw a small line horizontal, and I've just traced right over the line that's there, and now I'm going to draw 2 long diagonal lines. Okay, and so this one is called an isosceles, and the reason why I drag it out is because if you look at the word isosceles, And I'm going to drag out the I in isosceles because that's where you're going to see the similarities. Okay? In equilateral, it has the word equal. And isosceles has the capital I. I use the capital I because it is long. That's going to help me to remember that the isosceles triangle is the one that is long. Okay, isosceles. You may have to pause the video to write that because that's a whole new spelling for you. Okay, and underline that I. That I is what's going to remind us that the really long triangles, skinny ones like that, those are going to be your isosceles. All right, now, what is the object that I think of that is about the same shape? Well, it can be, go ahead and draw another one and draw it in a different direction. Okay, let's put some crust on that. That should be a hint. And some pepperonis. And if you like mushrooms, you can add those. You got it, a slice of pizza. All right, so let's go ahead and write that pizza next to it so we remember that. Now, you may cut your pizza as an equilateral if you want a big fat slice, but this one would be a big skinny slice. All right, and then let's go ahead and write Dorito over here. Dorito. Does Dorito have an E? Let me check that real quick. No, Dorito does not have an E. Okay? Now, the attributes for the isosceles is that it has two equal sides. Okay? I talked about it being long, but it's two equal sides. All right, so this one is short. On this one, we had 3 centimeters each. Okay, maybe we should put that. 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and 3 cm. Okay, over here, this one, the horizontal line, is much shorter than these two. These two lines are equal sizes. Let's go ahead and measure. Now, your measurement may be different from mine. Okay, and we're going to go to the nearest centimeter. For me, my horizontal line is 1 centimeter. You go ahead and write whatever yours is. When I measure the sides, this one is 4 centimeters, and this one would be the same. It's equal, 4 centimeters. All right, to figure out the perimeter, P equals, that doesn't mean pizza equals, 4 plus 4 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 centimeters. Okay, so that's two triangles, the equilateral where all sides are equal, the isosceles where two equal sides. And now let's learn about the next one. There are actually 4 different triangles. I would have liked to have said that there were 3 triangles because of 3, but no, there are 4. The next one is your right angle, okay? So we're going to go ahead and draw a right angle, all right? So draw that right angle. How do we know it's a right angle? Because look, you can make a square. It is 90 degrees. Now, once you make that right angle, now we're going to slide down and connect that. What makes it a right angle triangle, a right triangle, is that it does have the right angle. All right, so let's go ahead and write right angle or right triangle. I used capitals there, so let's make this one a capital. Right triangle. The right, let's put this, triangle. And then let's underline right and angle. Has a right angle. Okay? So what we're going to do for this one, instead of drawing an object that's similar to it, I want you guys, now this is the right angle, but I want you to go ahead and draw another one going a different direction. Okay? So I've got another angle a right angle. This time I started and I made my line go across this way. And we're gonna slide down. Okay, so it kind of looks like the corner of your paper. All right, or a big mountain. Maybe it looks kind of like, to me, like a slide. And so you could draw a person sliding down. Whee! Let's put their sliding down. I think at the water park, they may have a slide like this where you just slide down. Okay, the hard part is carrying that mat all the way up the ladder. And then let's put our whee right here for a slide. All right, and that's the right triangle. And what are the attributes? It's all about the right angle. You got it. All right, and our fourth triangle, the last one we're going to be drawing, is called a scalene. Okay, so instead of starting with the right angle, we're going to start with an obtuse. What's different about this one is that all of the lines are going to be different sizes. Oh, do you want to figure out the perimeter first? Let's figure out the perimeter for a right angle. Okay, for mine, we're using centimeters today. So for mine, this one was 3 centimeters. This one is 4 centimeters. And this one is 3 centimeters. So the perimeter, P, equals 3 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, that gives us 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 centimeters. Okay, now let's go back over to this one. This one is the scalene. And so what I said is that we want to make an obtuse angle, and then we're just going to slide all the way down. Okay, so some of you may be thinking, well, it kind of looks a little bit like the isosceles. Kind of, except that it is an obtuse. All 3 sides are going to be different sizes, different lengths. Okay, with the isosceles, these two were the same. But here, if we start off by making that obtuse angle, we should have 3 different sides. All right, so let's go ahead and write the name. It's a scalene. Looks like a scale. It even has the word scale in it. Scalene. And it has all 3 are different lengths. All right, so one of the things that this reminds me of would be a skateboarder's ramp. Okay, or if you are into biking, maybe you would ride your bike and then maybe you would ride your bike and then jump off and go down the slide. All right, so it kind of reminds me of a ramp. So we're going to draw a little skateboard on there. I'm sure you'll draw a better skateboard than me. Okay, now let's figure out the perimeter. All 3 sides should be different. This one is about a 2 centimeters. This one over here, 4 centimeters. And this one, 5 centimeters. For the perimeter, P equals 5 plus 4 is 9, 10, 11. 11 centimeters. All right, so those are your 4 different triangles: the equilateral, the isosceles, the right triangle, and the scalene. So good luck, and if you have more room, like I ran out of room here, so I didn't make the 2 like I made the 2 here. You can go ahead and do that. And if you look at it and you see other objects that you'd like to draw, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay, so you can add to these pages any way that you see fit. But today, that's where I'm going to end. And so we'll see you next time.